It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Here's the voice of the Rogues, Brian Schnee.
A new day, a new opponent here at Harry and David Field. Nice to have you with us on a Friday evening at the ballpark. The Rogues, well, somehow they did it. Coming away with a series sweep against the Portland Pickles. The first two nights, it looked like it should have been on the table to begin with. But last night, not no way, not no how, but Alex Isola had other plans. Here's the 2-0 pitch. The lefty deals. Hit hard to left field, no doubt about it. The Medford Rogues walk off on a grand slam. Alex Isola is the hero tonight. The Rogues win on a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth inning, and they win the ball game. They sweep the Portland Pickles. Alex Isola, the hero tonight. Touch 'em all, kid. Call last night right here on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. My name is Brian Schnee. We are back with you for another night of baseball here at Harry and David Field. And the Lincoln Potters come to town. A first ever appearance for Lincoln, taking the field here at Harry and David Field. And we're excited. Top team in the league, 10-4. These two teams played each other just last weekend. It was a 2-game series, meant to be a 3, but cut short by a weather suspension on the Sunday. Those two teams will play a doubleheader on July 29th. That, among other topics, covered in tonight's coaches' conversation. I was able to catch up with Josh Hogan before tonight's game. Coach, Lincoln comes to town. You know the team. You only got a little sample size of them down there, but is it nice to welcome a new team to the ballpark? This is a good thing for the league, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to have a new team, new face. It's, brings a little newness, freshness to the league. And to us, even playing against them, it's not like you're playing against the same old opponent. So yeah, it's nice, and they've been playing well. They've started off well. They had all their guys in kind of at the start of the year, so that was an advantage for them. I don't know if they'll be able to stay the whole year. I bet they will, but right now it's nice. Finally, we have most of our guys. We're still waiting on two key position players for us, and a few more arms that we'll pick up. But other than that, we're pretty much full right now with our roster, and yeah, it's starting to come together.
The adrenaline, obviously, at a high level after a great win last night, an unexpected win. It's not one that came easy. What was the message after the game? After something like that happens, I'm sure there's many different ways you could have put it after a win like that last night.
Yeah, I mean, it was really just it was awesome. Everybody was definitely feeling the adrenaline, the rush of that. I've never been a part of an ending like that. Lots of walk-offs, but none like that. That's when you kind of dream of the 2 outs, bases loaded, down by a couple of runs, and you hit a home run with 2 outs and walk it off. So that's what you dream of as a kid, and to see it happen was pretty remarkable. And the adversity that we'd gone through during the game with some calls and just not swinging the bat very well, and we didn't play the best defense and had some free bases. So to not play as well as we should have played, those last 2 games and come off with walk-off victories, is really great. The good teams find a way to win those one-run games and those close games, and it just is a sign of mental toughness and togetherness and brotherhood. And watch those guys celebrate at the plate last night and see the pure joy and happiness for everyone on the team, and lack of the selflessness that we had was really awesome.
Another night, brand new series. It's kind of one of those, do you forget about last night? How do you just screw the head back on tight and get back in there tonight for another 6:35 first pitch?
I think you take the good vibes, the good energy from last night, and you carry that over, but you realize it's a new series, it's a new team, new day. So you got to lock in and refocus, and obviously it's not just going to come to us just because we had a walk-off last night. Every game's different. The game of baseball is crazy, One day you could be really good and then really bad, or it's all different. So you got to stay on top of things in baseball and just be mentally focused and grind.
You had a lineup set early on, and there was a change. There was a couple changes, a couple shifts. Any sort of mentality behind that?
Yeah, Johnny. We took Johnny out of the 3-hole, giving him a day off today. His thumb's pretty banged up today in BP. Right below the thumb, there's kind of that fatty part on your thumb, and as a catcher, that part will get jammed. As a hitter, too, that'll get jammed if you don't, swing with one of those pro hitters. So, it's unfortunate, but that's baseball, especially, a summer ball season like this. You're going to have injuries, and that's why it's nice now that we finally have some guys that we can fill in there. Kanishi's going to be getting the start at DH today, moving Gutierrez up to the 3-hole. And then Kanishi's starting tomorrow on the bump, so we're really getting his feet wet when he's here. He had some good swings in BP. He's a good athlete, smart kid, though, so I think he could do some good things for us. And it's nice to have Caleb Smith out there too. He really showed well last night. His outfield play was very good. Tracked balls well. He's got a good arm out there, and he can run really well on the bases. So looking to improve his bat work at the plate a little bit, and I think he would be really good.
Also got his first hit as a Rogue late in the game last night. But final thing I'll ask you, just the Cliff Notes version. What can we expect from the right-hander on the hill today, Cole Percival?
He's Troy Percival's son. He's we're looking for that kind of mentality. He's a little younger, so won't expect the full Troy Percival mentality. But he was a draft guy, 31st round, something like that. He's got good stuff. He should be 89, 92 around there, and be able to throw the breaking ball and change up for strikes too. We're kind of nervous about him being able to control the running game, being a high school guy going to college. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. But it is fortunate that we have one of the best catchers I've seen in a summer ball league in Asola. So that's a nice privilege to have every day.
Always good to end on that. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Just a wonderful rendition of the national anthem here at Harry and David Field. The color guard will present the colors back off the third base side. Both teams standing in front of their dugouts ready to go. The Pickles were here last night and in 3 games had their troubles against the Medford Rogues. We'll see what the Potters have in store this evening here as we welcome you on a Friday night to Harry and David Field, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues wearing the green tops and the white bottoms. Tonight, the visiting Lincoln Potters in gray tops and bottoms with orange lettering across the front. Dark gray to almost a black number on the back of the jersey. Let's give you tonight's starting lineups. First in the field for your Medford Rogues. In left tonight, Caleb Smith. In center, Connor Lowry. And in right, Jake Helwig. At third base, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At shortstop, Davis DeLorfis. At second base tonight, Jaden Hanna. At first, Dante Gutierrez. Behind home plate, Alex Isola. And the pitcher tonight for your Medford Rogues is Cole Percival. Now, you may have heard just a little bit about the adjustment to the lineup. Most of that was in the batting order, where Johnny De La Cruz was in the ballgame tonight. And instead, they made a quick adjustment where Connor Kanishi would play and take over at DH. And they did a quick shuffle elsewhere in the lineup, just in the numbers. We'll give those to you when the Rogues come up to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Brian Schnee with you here live at MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. Cole Percival, 6'5", 200. Recent high school senior, a graduate, also a draft pick in the 2017 MLB Draft. 31st round, the pick before Danny Mayer, a former Medford Rogue. Big right-hander will go against Jake Boyd to lead things off for the Lincoln Potters. The 10-4 Lincoln Potters. In the 2 spot, the left fielder number 12, Gilbert Salceda. In the 3 spot tonight, the designated hitter number 11, Austin Swift. Batting 4th tonight, the 3rd baseman number 26, Braden DeBenedictis. Batting 5th, Will Law. Batting 6th, Zach Hall in right. Batting 7th, the 1st baseman Joseph Torres. Batting 8th, the catcher Ambrose Romero. And rounding out the lineup, Zach Hoffman, the center fielder. First pitch from Percival. Swung on and hit on a high chopper to DeLorfus over at short. Charges, fires to first in time for the out. Jake Boyd got down to first base in a hurry. Hit that one off the inside part of the bat from the right-handed hitter. And a quick 1-pitch, 1 out here in the top of the first inning for the Medford Rogues in the field. So that would go hand in hand with our Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Johnny De La Cruz, a little soreness in the right hand just below the thumb. And that's why he's out of the lineup at this point of the season. A quick break from De La Cruz in the batting lineup. We will see what he brings potentially tomorrow night for Star Wars night. Count 1-1 to Gilbert Salceda, left-handed hitter for the Lincoln Potters. The Potters 10-4. The Chico Heat and Medford Rogues a half game back at 10-5. Portland 6-9, and then Yuba City and Marysville at the bottom of the standings. Next one by Salceda on the 1-1. Hit to the right side. A little dribbler for Percival to come off over towards the chalk, and he tosses to first for an easy out. Quick 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Austin Swift, the designated hitter, will step in the right-handed batter's box. Swift, a .241 hitter, appearing in his 10th game. 29 at-bats, 7 hits, 6 runs, and 6 RBI. First pitch from Percival, out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. The lanky right-hander deals the 1-0. Hit to the right side and out of play into the bullpen for the Lincoln Potters. Count is 1-1. Tonight is a Fill the Park Friday at Harry and David Field. Some fans able to get free tickets, courtesy of some of our local business partners. The count 1-1. Percival leg kicks, fires the pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Well, Percival, as you heard from Josh Hogan, will pump it up there in velocity, but also we'll see how he mixes up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3, swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down for Percival in his first collegiate outing. Nothing across in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live here on MedfordRogues.com. In the field for the Lincoln Potters, Gilbert Salceda in left, Zach Hoffman in center, and Zach Hall in right. Braden DeBenedictis at third, Jake Boyd at short, Will Law at second, Joseph Torres at first, Austin Swift, the designated hitter tonight, Ambrose Romero behind home plate. Tonight's starting pitcher is Kenneth Pettibone, making his third start, 14 innings pitched, no earned runs for Pettibone in 14 innings. He did surrender 14 hits, but 8 strikeouts to just 3 walks. He's 1-0 on the season. Welcome back here in the bottom of the first inning. Davis DeLorfis steps in for the Medford Rogues. First pitch from Pettibone in there for a strike. DeLorfis will lead things off at short, batting in the 2 spot, the third baseman, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting third tonight, the first baseman, Dante Gutierrez. Here's the 0-1, outside, 1-1. Batting cleanup tonight, moving up 1 spot from last night, is the catcher, Alex Isola. Batting fifth, Connor Lowry in center. Batting sixth, Jake Helwig in right. Connor Kanishi gets a start at designated hitter, batting seventh. Hit hard up the middle, coming over as the shortstop, Boyd, and he throws it away. An error on Jake Boyd, who could not afford to set his feet coming across the middle of the diamond. He fired to first, but off the mark. Caleb Smith will bat 8th for the Rogues, and Jaden Hanna batting 9th. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese steps in as DeLorfis reaches on an error. Valenzuela-Reese riding an 11-game hit streak. He'll go against the 205, 6'5" right-hander from Anaheim, California, Cypress College, sophomore Kenneth Pettibone. Fouls away the first pitch, count 0-1. So Pettibone comes back to a set, has a runner over on first. That's DeLorfis, and he holds at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Bunt laid down directly in front of the catcher. Romero calls him off. Bare hands, fires to first for the out. So DeLorfis sacrificed over to scoring position as Dante Gutierrez will step in the 3 spot tonight. Gutierrez, a 275 hitter, 14 hits, 12 RBI. Has started in all 15 games for the Medford Rogues, whether designated hitter, right fielder, or the first 6 games of the season behind home plate. Stepping into the left-handed batter's box is Gutierrez. Runner over at second. Pettibone comes to his set. He looks at second and goes to the plate. First pitch, called strike. Count 0-1. Pettibone again getting a sign from Romero and holds. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside corner. Great command for the 6'5" right-hander. A pair of 6'5" pitchers on the bump tonight. Both have been able to target their spots in the early appearance. Count no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. DeLorfis at second. Pettibone gives him a glance and will give him a second glance. Slide step, the 0-2. Hit hard to right center field. Coming in and now backing out a step is the right fielder. DeLorfis will test the arm. Cut off and not thrown to the third baseman by the shortstop, Jake Boyd, as Davis DeLorfis gets sacrificed first to second and now to third. So Alex Isola had a big night last night, capped off by this. Here's the 2-0 pitch. The lefty deals. Hit hard to left field. No doubt about it. The Medford Rogues walk off on a grand slam. Alex Isola is the hero tonight. Rogues got the walk-off win last night, courtesy of a grand slam from Alex Isola. You heard the call there. He steps in, sees the first pitch from the right-hander downstairs, 1-0. DeLorfis is 90 feet away, has scored 9 runs this season. And the next pitch away, 2 balls, no strikes. Isola, a Lincoln, California native, actually knows plenty of guys on this Potters roster. Took some really cool pictures with some of his former classmates, some of his former teammates when he was down there taking on the Potters last Friday and Saturday. Sees a first pitch strike there in the at-bat, so the count is now 2-1. Has not taken the bat off the shoulders quite yet, and the count is 2-1. Pettibone looks at third, he deals. Good spot on the outer half, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Pettibone, at least from upstairs, does not appear to be overpowering. However, has hit his spots every time he's targeted, has been accurate. Here's the 2-2 pitch from the right-hander. Isola fouls it away, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. DeLorfis over at third. 2 outs, the count 2-2 to Alex Isola, the catcher in the cleanup spot tonight. Pettibone holds, looks at third. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Jammed him. He fouled it away into the screen. Fastball ran up and in at Isola, and he fouled it away. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Little wind here tonight at Harry and David Field, at least because we've got some sunshine tonight. Last couple nights here at the ballpark, we've been victim of some overcast skies, but not the worst thing here tonight. Some great weather with a little breeze. Here's the 2-2, and Pettibone thought he got him. Started walking to the dugout. There's no doubt about he hit the spot. Isola did not swing, and the pitch looked appearing to be just off, if not very similar, to the pitch that he got a called strike moments ago. Now the count at 3-2. Pettibone comes to a set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Isola fouls it away. Count remains full. Cecil Falcons, the home plate umpire tonight. Tyler Ferguson in the field. Runner on third is Davis DeLorphis, and the count is 3-2. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. The 3-2 pitch. Isola looks at it, strikes out. It was an identical pitch to the one that was called a ball moments ago, but we'll have to see if Isola will be able to rebound and his next plate appearance. The Rogues strand one. Both pitchers have gotten a strikeout in the first inning of work. Connor Lowry, Jake Helwig, Connor Kanishi the next time the Rogues come up to bat in the bottom of the second. We will go to the top half of the second inning. We are tied at 0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. The Rogues would like to thank our friends at Avista, serving Medford since 1906. Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com for more. So Cole Percival back out there for the Medford Rogues here in the top of the second inning. Brian Schnee with you. Thanks for joining us live on MedfordRogues.com. Looks like we've got some of you on the live stream tonight. Richard, thanks for checking in for the Frost family. Audio is clear and apparently live. Yes, there is no video, so thanks for joining us live here on the audio stream on MedfordRogues.com. Best thing about us, we are here tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, and then we're with you back on the road. Braden DeBenedictis steps in for the Lincoln Potters. 4-hitter for Lincoln, hitting .400 on the season. First pitch, rips it to Jaden Hanna at third, who fires to first for the out. Rather, that's Clay Valenzuela-Reese over at third. Jaden Hanna was playing there last night. Nice play by Clay over at third base for the 1-pitch, 1-out consecutive innings. The Lincoln Potters have bit on the first pitch, and they were bitten by the defense. Will Law steps in, a .323 hitter. 9 runs, 10 hits, 12 RBI. Fourth best average on the Lincoln Potters team. Steps in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch strike from Cole Percival here in the top of the second inning. Again, there is 1 out. Nice to have you with us here live on MedfordRogues.com. Next pitch swinging, a 1-bouncer to the second baseman. There's Jaden Hanna. He makes the play.
All right, Rogues fans, coming up to bat now for the Lincoln Potters. Right fielder number 7, Zach Hall. Remember, this is your Morton Sports Pizza Bar K-batter. He strikes out. Your beers drop down to $3.
2 quick outs. 5-3 in the scorer's book. 4-3 to Will Hall. 3 pitches thrown by Cole Percival. 2 outs. Zach Hall steps in, the right fielder in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch below the kneecaps, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, you can always follow us on social media at Medford Rogues on Twitter and Instagram, and at Medford Rogues Baseball on Facebook. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Hall, the left-handed hitter. Here's the 2-0 pitch, fastball away, 3 balls, no strikes. Percival, 6'5", 200. Falls off to the left side pretty good. 4-pitch walk dealt to Zach Hall. So a 2-out walk for the Lincoln Potters. Joseph Torres, the first baseman, will step in. Torres, a .227 hitter, 5 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, and 3 RBI. Appearing in his 12th game for the Lincoln Potters. Sad to say for Lincoln fans, Derek Molina drafted, and now Derek Molina no longer on the club. With an X next to his name in the batting stats column on the website. Had a great stint with Lincoln, and we wish him all the best. Torres swings and lifts the first pitch of the at-bat to right, so runners now on first and second. Zach Hall at second base, Torres at first. Ambrose Romero will step in. Percival checks over at second. Nothing doing there, does not throw. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Full set for Percival. The pitch looked just outside, 1-0. Romero in the left-handed batter's box, leading the team with a .407 average, 11 hits, 6 runs, 7 RBI. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Percival has runners on first and second. Comes to a set. Looks over at second base on a move, but does not throw. Tomorrow night, Star Wars night with fireworks, and then, of course, Sunday, Father's Day. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Up and away, 3 balls, no strikes. After 2 quick outs with the help of the defense, Percival having a tough time settling in. He walked Zach Hall on 4 pitches and is mighty close to doing the same to Ambrose Romero. A leadoff, or a first pitch single, rather, to Joseph Torres. So runners on first and second for the Lincoln Potters with Ambrose Romero, the 8-hitter, at the plate with a 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes. Percival comes to a set. Goes to the plate. In there for a strike at the knees. Count 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Next up for Lincoln, number 13, center fielder Zach Hoffman.
So the bases are loaded for the 9-hitter, Zach Hoffman. Another left-handed hitter for the Lincoln Potters. Here's the first pitch from Percival. In the dirt, Isola keeps it in front. Count is 1-0. Romero at first, Torres at second, and Zach Hall at third. And Christian Coronado, who is not wearing number 35 tonight because his right-handed pitcher needed a uniform, is wearing number 44 tonight, and he'll go out and chat with the young right-hander, Cole Percival. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop into one of the stores located on Rosanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit NoFrillsFlooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. So Hoffman has a count at 1-0. The bases are loaded. Hall, the lead runner, at third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, nearly got away from Isola, and the count is 2-0. 2 walks for Percival and a single in this inning after getting 2 quick outs to begin the top of the second. 2 away. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Just outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Percival. Called strike. Just clipped the outside corner, and the count is 3-1. Nice to have Coach Volker listening in from Riverside, California. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Percival. Just outside for ball 4, and he walks in a run.
Next up for the Lincoln Potters,
Hoffman will get the RBI. Jake Boyd, the leadoff batter for the Lincoln Potters, gets a second in bat in a matter of innings. Grounded out to the shortstop on the first pitch of the game. Percival leg kicks and fires. Runs it inside, nearly clipped Boyd, and the count is 1-0. Appears to have just a hard-tailing two-seamer. Coach, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the live stream. It's running in at right-handed hitters, such as Jake Boyd. Davis DeLorphis calls time, and the 2 Utah Utes will come on out and talk to the young right-hander. Percival clearly has the stuff, just having a tough time settling down here in the second inning. 3 walks for Cole. And we'll see if Davis DeLorphis and Alex Isola can piece together the wisdom to get him out of the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Percival. Full windup from the right-hander. Here's the pitch. Inside. Isola fires down the first. Gutierrez stumbled over the runner trying to get back. The ball stays in front of him. A clean squeeze of the glove, so no advancement. But Isola has picked off a stat that I don't have for you because Point Streak doesn't allow us to give numbers like that until, I believe, 8 games. Maybe more than that at this point. Count 2-1 now from Percival, hurling a strike there on the fastball at the knees. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Cole steps off. Again, Lincoln 10-4. Medford 10-5. Got a walk-off win last night. Here's the 2-1. And he plunked him. Another run comes in.
Next up for Lincoln, number 12, left fielder Gilbert Sasada.
So Torres scores. Everyone moves up a base. Boyd at first, Hoffman at second, Ambrose Romero at third. Torres and Hall score. First pitch to Gilbert Sauceda in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. Bases loaded for the Lincoln Potters. They've got a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Another fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Sauceda grounded out on a dribbler back to Percival in the first inning. Steps in the left-handed batter's box. Percival gets the sign. Sauceda calls time as Percival took a little bit too much time on the mound. The Floyd family are checking in, of course. Nice to have you with us from Fort Worth, Texas. Next pitch missing, and the count is 1-2. 2-0 lead for Lincoln. 3 walks in the inning and a hit batsman for Percival, all with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Cole. Hit hard to the left side. Clay Valenzuela-Reese gathers and fires to first for the out. Took the baseball right about the belt, scooped up and fired to first on a strong throw, and that gets him out of the inning.
No errors and 3 runners left on base right now. Let's go down to
3, 4, 5 for the Potters when we return. For your Rogues, it's 5, 6, 7. Connor Lowry, Jake Helwig, Connor Kanishi. Here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 lead for Lincoln through 1.5. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Back to Harry and David Field. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball.
Back here live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. First pitch to Connor Lowry, low and out, 1 ball, no strikes. Lowry, Helwig, and Connor Kanishi steps in here in the second inning. Next pitch lifted to right field. Underneath it, staring into the blue sky, is Zach Hall. He squeezes for out number 1.
Next up for the Rogues, number 27, right fielder Jake Helwig.
So Jake Helwig will step in. Left-handed hitter, hitting .317, 20 hits, 14 runs, 7 RBI. First pitch from the right-hander. Inside part of the plate called a strike. Looked a little funny from behind here because Pettibone did not hit his spot. Was going outside, went in. Here's the 0-1. Right-hander delivers. Too far inside and low. Count 1-1. Quick to work on the 1-1 count. Hit hard to the right side, right at the first baseman, though, as Torres takes it himself for out number 2.
Next up for the Rogues, designated hitter number 20.
So bring up Connor Kanishi. Kanishi comes to the Medford Rogues, a product of La Mesa, California. Will go to San Jose State next year. 6'1", 195, will pitch, play outfield, and is tonight a designated hitter. Fouls off the first pitch off himself in the batter's box, and the count is 0-1. Kanishi wears number 29 here for the Medford Rogues. Throws left, bats left. A lot of upside for Connor Kanishi. Excited to see him on the mound. Quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and in, 1-1. 2-0 lead for Lincoln. They got both in the top of the second. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside and low, 2-1. Pettibone likes to work quick, has not allowed an earned run all season through 14 innings, now 15. The 2-1 fouled away, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis DeLorfis reached on an error to start the ball game, but the Rogues couldn't get him in from third base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit right back to Pettibone on a soft liner, and he makes the catch. 3 up, and 3 down. Nothing across for the Rogues as they trail 2-0. We'll go to the top of the third inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Thanks to Fred Meyer, the Rogues will offer specially priced family ticket packages for each Sunday home game. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 fountain drinks, 4 souvenir baseballs for just $44. And these ticket packages are only offered at each of the 3 Fred Meyer stores locally in the Rogue Valley here in Southern Oregon. Don't miss out on the fun. It's Fred Meyer Family Fun Sundays. A quick look at Cole Percival through 2 innings. Faced 11 batters, 1 strikeout, 3 walks, a hit batsman, 2 earned runs, and a hit. Back out here for the top of the third inning. Try to get 3 up and 3 down so the Rogues can get back up and get some run support right back. 2-0 lead for the Potters. Austin Swift, the 3-hitter, stares at the first pitch inside. Count 1-0. Count 1-0. Percival will deal. Hit hard to the left side, just foul. A line shot over the third base bag, carried an extra 45 feet. First bounce, and only bounce, was foul, just short of the Rogues' dugout, rather the bullpen down the left field line. Here's the 1-1 pitch from the right-hander. Up and in, 2-1. Yuba City taking on Marysville tonight. The Gold Sox are the home team in that one. Pickles taking on Chico on the road. Count now 2-2 after Swift fouls it away into the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swift struck out swinging in the first inning. Percival has the 2-2 with no outs, leg kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the night for Cole Percival. Braden DeBenedictis will step in. He led off the second inning with a ground out to the third baseman. Hit it hard to Clay Valenzuela-Reese on the first pitch of the second inning. Now steps in with 1 out here in the third. First pitch swinging, and he misses. Count 0-1. Pitch right at the knees, and the count is 0-1. Lincoln on top, 2-0 here in the top of the third inning. Percival with no one on and 1 out. Deals the 0-1 pitch. Just outside, Isola held it there just to make sure that Cecil Falcons had that idea in his head that he was going to keep it outside. The count is 1-1. 1 out. Here's the deal on the 1-1 pitch. Off the inside part of the bat, jammed. Gutierrez gave it a chase. Going to the right side, he dove, but it falls foul. Tough thing for anyone over on the right side of the infield or in right field. At this point of the night, the sun will take about an hour, maybe even more to set over the third base side. Count now 1-2. The right-hander delivers. Hit hard to the left side and foul. Way ahead of it was DeBenedictis. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. The Rogues have yet to get a hit, as Percival has surrendered one. Curveball is up and in. Here's the 2-2 now. Hear that wind blowing ever so slightly across our crowd microphone. American flag in left field, moving left to right. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another dribbler to the left side and foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful night for baseball here in Southern Oregon. Great to have you with us. Live here on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. Here's the 2-2 pitch now from Percival. Swing and a miss, strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Cole Percival here in the top of the third inning. 2 quick outs for Percival in the third. This will bring up Will Law in the left-handed batter's box. 2 outs. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count 0-1. A groove for Cole Percival, wearing number 35. Was originally supposed to be 34, but I don't know where that green jersey went. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs, count 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the third inning. Quick to work on the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Percival gets the sign from Isola in a rhythm. Here's the 1-2. Fastball outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Law has chased a couple pitches, but he did not chase that one off the plate. Let it go, and the count is now 2-2 with 2 outs. The right-hander deals. Strike 3. Percival strikes out the side here in the top of the third inning. Rogues still trail 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
To Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Bottom of the third inning, Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Brian Schnee with you. Caleb Smith, the 8-hitter for the Rogues, steps in for his first appearance of the night at the plate. Count now 1-1 from Pettibone, who's quick to work. Kenneth Pettibone thrown 28 pitches before this inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Smith had an RBI last night. Also a single, his first hit as a Rogue. Those did not come in the same at bat. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Inside part of the plate, he jammed Smith, who had already committed. Jaden Hanno's had a great season so far at the plate. Steps in. left-handed hitter from Portland, Oregon. .348 average on the year, 8 hits, 6 runs, 9 RBI. Facing the right-hander Pettibone, the first pitch, right over the heart of the plate for a strike. Count 0-1. The 0-1 lifted into deep left field, going back and making a miraculous catch. On the run is the left fielder Gilbert Sauceda, and Jaden Hanna tips the cap as he got robbed of a multi-bagger. What a catch by Gilbert Sauceda in left. One of those that you kind of just have to see. Sauceda motored towards left center, got feet away from the fence, dove, maybe caught the inside part of the track, and made a catch over the shoulder on the run to rob Jaden Hanna of extra bases. So DeLorfis will step in with 2 outs. First pitch, low and in, 1-0. That was quite the grab by Sauceda. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count 1-1. And clearly, as Davis DeLorfis, I believe, had a question, was that over the plate? Was it low? Looked a little downstairs. Here's the 1-1. Called strike, now 1-2. The zone has gotten bigger as we've moved along. 1-2 pitch from the right-hander. 2 outs. Low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a strikeout and a flyout for the Rogues here in the bottom of the third, who trail 2-0. Have yet to get a hit. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both Percival and Pettibone grooving in the third. 3-2 pitch coming to Davis DeLorfis. Here's the payoff. Up and in. Second time DeLorfis has reached bases today. First one at an error, now this one on a walk. Clay Valenzuela-Reese moved DeLorfis over from first to second with a sacrifice bunt in the first. Valenzuela-Reese, an Oregon native with local roots. A high chopper over the third baseman. It bounces up and over the glove of Braden DeBenedictis. Now runners on the corners, and the Rogues almost getting an advantage on a baseball thrown away by the Potters, but they have runners on first and third after a single from Clay Valenzuela-Reese. DeLorfis is one of those guys on the bases, you know he's going to try to stretch it, and he did. So runners now on the corners for Dante Gutierrez. Valenzuela-Reese hit a 1-bouncer over the third baseman. The term high chop or chopped would be about as accurate here as ever. 2 outs now. Pettibone from the stretch has the left-handed hitting Gutierrez. The pitch inside, 1-0. Dante Gutierrez, what I've learned about him, he will make you throw strikes. He's not afraid to get walked. He's not afraid to wait for his pitch. Second most walks on the team for the Rogues this year, behind Johnny De La Cruz, who just can't seem to have strikes thrown to him. Time called by the umpire behind home plate, and the count is 1-0. 2 outs, Rogues down 2-0, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Gutierrez fouls it away down the left side. The count is 1-1. Rogues trying to get something across with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. A strikeout and a flyout for Medford to start. Then a walk and a high chop single over the third baseman DeBenedictis, whose first step was in and then had to jump for it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to the left side. It's going to sneak by a diving shortstop for an RBI single from Dante Gutierrez. The Medford Rogues are on the board.
Next up for the Rogues, catcher number 24, Alex Isola.
So this will bring up Alex Isola with 2 outs, runners on first and second. That is the first run that the right-hander, Pettibone, has allowed all season. He's thrown now 16 2/3 innings, and finally a run scrapped across. 2 outs, runners on first and second. First pitch up and away, 1 ball, no strikes. So Gutierrez with an RBI single is at first. Valenzuela-Reese with a single is at second. Isola takes the strike, and the count is 1-1. Rogues trail now 2-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-1 in the righty-righty matchup. Pettibone deals. Hit hard off the glove of Pettibone. He knocks the glove off, has enough time to gather it and fire to first for the out. Isola hit it hard. It knocked the glove of Pettibone off his hand, went behind the mound, and he went over to scoop up the ball and fire to first. The Rogues strand 2, but they do get 1. 2 hits in the inning, and the Rogues trail 2-1 after 3. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out the website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2R. Morton's of East Medford, a proud provider of Medford Rogues baseball. 2-1 lead for Lincoln as we go to the top of the fourth inning, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group. This is Medford Rogues baseball on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues baseball live on medfordrogues.com. The Rogues 10-5, the Potters 10-4. It's the class of the Great West League here in the 2017 season. Welcome back. Top of the fourth inning. First pitch offered by Zach Hall on the bunt. And they say he did commit, and the count is 0-1. Here in the top of the fourth, the Rogues lead, or rather trail 2-1. As they did most of the night last night as well. Matt Bagley from ESPN Radio, 96.1 FM, 580 AM. Kind enough to join me here for the fourth inning. Matt, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just really enjoying the baseball game tonight, watching Cole Percival.
The 1-1 pitch driven to right field past a diving Jaden Hanna for a leadoff single for the Lincoln Potters here in the top of the fourth.
And I was told before the game by our stats crew here, this is Cole's first collegiate performance. Incoming freshman to UC Riverside, and you could see where those nerves played a part in that first inning. He was so deliberate, taking his time with every throw, and then obviously having that trip up in the second. But he's been phenomenal the rest of the way, throwing heat.
Joseph Torres will step in. He had a single in the second inning. So now quickly in the fourth, Percival has to work from the stretch. First pitch swinging by Torres, a deep fly ball to right field. Going towards the foul pole is the right fielder, Jake Helwig. He makes the catch and even fires into first quick enough to make Zach Hall get back in a hurry. And that's a little reassurance when you've got guys out there tracking the ball right away for you.
Oh, no doubt. When you know you have great fielders behind you, you can throw a little loose, be a little more confident. And he has so much potential. You just look at him with the height and with the speed of his fastball. Reminds me of Oregon State's John Pomeroy.
Isola collects the loose ball, fires down to second, but no dice. We've seen Alex Isola make great decisions and throw guys out on pickoff plays from behind home plate to second already this year. I mean, after a pitch, he's got that awareness and that strength of an arm. Doesn't work out there. Here's the 1-0 pitch now. Curveball in there for a strike to Romero, who walked in the second inning. Made it as far as third base, then was stranded there after Percival settled down. The count is 1-1 to Romero, the left-handed hitter. Something also I noticed about the Lincoln Potters, a lot of lefties on this team. And this is even less now that Derek Molina has left the team. The 1-1 hit up the middle to DeLorfis. Swallowed up, fired to first for the out. Advancing on the play is Zach Hall to third base. So 2 outs and an insurance runner for the Potters 90 feet away.
One thing about Lincoln, I love the uniforms, that beaver gray, orange, and black. And then again on the Rogues, you talk about Isola. It's not just the knee pads and the helmet where he's made the standout plays. His bat last night, I mean, how often do you see a no-doubt walk-off grand slam?
They hit that over the scoreboard. It was unbelievable. I mean,
That's
when
crazy.
I said no doubt about it, I mean, you can tell right away that thing was gone. And you don't get that much.
No.
Especially wooden bat. I mean, collegiate wood bat.
Yeah. You just don't see that at this level.
I mean, the only guy that I can remember personally seeing on this field with the no doubt about it was Danny Mayer, and that wasn't every single swing. That was most of them. The bunt and the squeeze, they were trying to get a run home. Most likely, for those of you at home, you could imagine Ichiro mastering it down the first base line. That was the attempt by Zach Hoffman. Instead, he fouls it away, and the count is 1-1.
When I worked for the Klamath Falls Gems, I spent a summer doing Gems games. We had one game that featured a walk-off grand slam, and no one saw it coming. And that's other than Isola's bomb last night, that's the only walk-off grand slam I've ever even heard of at any level. Just a crazy play.
Yeah, I mean, you make a great point. It was for the few hundred fans, maybe, that stuck around. I mean, that's my shame on you thing. I mean, if you want to leave us early, hey, you got work in the morning, whatever. You better turn on the broadcast at least. But we knew better. We knew someone had to get a video of that. We have known from experience now, I think every staff member known to mankind here. I mean, we had concession stand folks spilling the beer and getting the video going. Like, there were some important moments, and Alex Isola's swing was captured. We needed that. Count 2-2. Percival with 2 outs goes to the plate. Slapped foul by Zach Hoffman, the center fielder. He walked in a run in the second inning. So a little credit there for Hoffman, who picks up, the base on balls, and the guy comes home. And that's when Percival had a tough time settling in. Mm-hmm. So now, here with the 2-2 pitch coming, Percival has the opportunity to get out of it. Fastball just outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And you can hear the crowd on pins and needles right now because he's the 9th guy on your book, Brian. That's the K-batter.
Yeah, I think he is tonight's K-batter, isn't he? Oh, my. That's right. We got rid of it on Thursday. So Friday is a new evening, and they come to party. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard to center field. Going back and looking over his left shoulder, now turning back around, is Connor Lowry to make the catch. The Potters do strand one over at third base, and they lead just 2-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Connor Lowry steps in here in the bottom of the fourth inning to face Kenneth Pettibone. First pitch is a curveball in there for a strike. Brian Schnee with special guest here in the fourth, Matt Bagley of ESPN Radio 96.1 FM, AM 580. The 0-1 poke to the right side. The second baseman is there. A low throw, but in time by Will Law for a quick out number one. Matt, we were just talking about the comment on our live stream from Cole's high school coach who was listening in tonight. Cole pitched last Monday, an inning in a county all-star game, so his arm is fresh. Plus, as we were talking about, last night he gets to witness a walk-off grand slam here as just an onlooker, knowing that he's got to pitch the next night. First pitch is inside to Jake Hellwig, 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a kid that you have the opportunity to pitch for any team on the West Coast, summer collegiate baseball, that's got to affirm your decision to watch that.
It was quite the scene from up here. You know my perspective, directly behind home plate, just off center behind home plate, elevated. And when Isola turned on that 2-0 fastball, a mistake on the pitcher, belt high, inside, and he just ripped it. No chance.
Yeah, and again, that's just an amazing play. You don't see that at this level. That's what makes it so special.
Count 2-1 to Jake Hellwig, who grounded out to the first baseman in the second inning. Pettibone had not allowed a run in 2 starts, 14 innings, before the run that came across the last inning. He's been more than effective. 1-0. Was actually the pitcher of the week in the Great West League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a sexy breaking pitch. I love watching that breaker just fool guys.
For the second straight at bat, Hellwig will ground out to the first baseman, this time on the 2-2. I agree with you, too. I mean, just kind of drops it off the table. Looks pretty.
Yeah.
And some guys lack that. I mean, Dylan Pierce is the same sort of break, just straight drop. Other guys loop it in there, and of course the most loopy I could ever think of is Barry Zito, but no, not many people can get away with that one.
My inner A's fan warms up at that reference right there. You know, he's a character. I remember some of the yoga, some of the hippie techniques he would bring when he was a young player.
He must have been one of the first to bring it, right?
Oh, yeah.
At least in the modern era.
Just the classic, if you're going to play for the Green Collars, you know, you want to have a weirdo out there, represent the East Bay with some flair.
And Eric Byrne came next, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the 1-0. Another dribbler this time from Connor Kanishi. A flip to first on the cover by Pettibone, and a real quick bottom of the fourth. So you know what, Matt? We're going to extend your visit.
Sure.
Top of the fifth. We need more time with you. Rogues don't get anything across. They go down 1-2-3. They trail 2-1 as we go to the top of the fifth. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Top of the fifth inning for the Lincoln Potters, 10-4 on the season, looking to try to spoil something here this weekend against the Rogues, and of course, Medford just feeling mighty high after last night's walk-off win.
Yeah.
First pitch to Jake Boyd, inside from the right-hander Cole Percival, who has now made it into the fifth inning.
And it needs to be said. I'm going to jinx this team by saying it after this pitch.
Next one fouled away on the fastball, a heater over the heart of the plate, and the count is 1-1.
But it's been a good week for Medford. I mean, you sweep the Portland Pickles, right back in a homestand, great homestand, good crowd. Now you're one win away from the league lead.
And this is the team standing in your way, the 10-4 Lincoln Potters, who have just had a hot start as swinging through a sexy breaking ball is Jake Boyd, and the count is 1-2.
I'm glad that's in your dictionary.
It's
now.
got to be now.
Everybody has their thing. For me, as the analyst, I can be a little more loose. So,
and we appreciate
I like
it.
being able to say that one out here.
Here's the 1-2 from Percival, fastball, no doubt about it. 2 times we've been able to say it in 24 hours because that one painting the outside part of the plate for strike 3. 5th strikeout for Cole Percival.
And Percival's thrown a couple of those frozen ropes tonight. He had a fastball in the 3rd that got out of that frame. It was beautiful. I mean, you could see it heading upper outside corner all the way. And honestly, Brian, those are my favorite pitches to watch.
First pitch swinging for the left-handed hitting Gilbert Sauceda to shallow right center field. Backpedaling and making an impressive catch in traffic is Jaden Hanna for out number 2. Quick 2 outs for, hey, quick 2 outs. You said it. If I can stick around here and make this defense play baseball.
Yeah, it's funny. Everyone always roots for home runs. You know the expression, chicks dig the long ball. Well, as a broadcaster, I dig pitching and defense. I want a quick game that's tight and fun with fundamentals. I don't mind 2-1 and some quick frames.
You mean you're not paid by the hour? They always say that. 2 outs.
Oh, I wish.
First pitch to Swift is outside, 1-0. I knew I'd get you with that one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you were paid by the hour, the Rogues would go broke,
I
right?
know, and yeah, hey, I get it. We've had the discussion. The 1-0 pitch. High, 2 balls, no strikes. Percival settling in. I just realized, I think we've been telling you all along on the actual stream that the Portland Pickles were still in town. Sorry about that. I know. We do so many things. The 2-0 pitch from Percival. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes.
I don't think the Pickles would mind that very much.
I know. I'm sure. A 10-4 record. We've got a 10-4 record up here. Imagine that.
And they've got a run on the board. 2 of them.
A lead. Here's the 3-0. Outside corner for a strike, 3-1. Percival facing his 21st hitter tonight. 4 2/3 innings thrown. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, a hit batsman as well. 2 earned runs and 2 hits. Here's the 3-1. Hit hard up the middle for an easy base hit. And Austin Swift timed that fastball. And Austin was due after striking out back-to-back plate appearances.
No doubt. I'm a big believer in baseball karma. That's one that after a couple rough breaks, you're going to get eventually. And you mentioned Percival's stat line. Obviously, he had that rough second inning, but other than that, I think this is a kid where you can see the potential. I can't wait to hear about what he does at UC Riverside. He's going to get drafted again.
Taking the pick before former Medford Rogue, Danny Mayer, in the 31st round.
Yeah. No, it's been a good week for the Rogues all around.
First pitch outside to Braden DeBenedictis, a 400 hitter as an everyday starter, looking for his first hit here tonight. The 1-0 pitch, low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. So a runner over at first, that is Austin Swift. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, a 2-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. First time we've ever had to say that here at Harry and David Field. First time for Lincoln at the ballpark. Next one inside, 3-0. And this is where Cole is having to work extra hard. He's getting guys at 3 balls, no strikes.
No doubt. I mean, in the second where that inning soured was he was aiming fastballs into the left square of the batter's box. Couldn't get into the plate.
And a 4-pitch walk to DeBenedictis. I guess that could be worse given the hottest hitter for the Lincoln Potters is now just standing stranded at first base as a trail runner to Austin Swift at second.
Certainly. Hey, talk about the draft. So you're the Mets, and you're a Mets guy.
And I'm a
right?
Mets
You're
fan.
Mets
This
fan.
is too easy. Let's lead me in any better.
You draft Michael Conforto, and he's in the majors. Now you draft David Peterson, Beaver star, Duck star. When does Peterson join the big squad, do you think?
Give it a couple years, but I think he's on his way. A lifted ball down the left side. It's going to drop, And the Potters will score a run here and get a 3-1 lead. First pitch swinging by Will Law was lifted lightly down the left side. It almost looked like Caleb Smith could have tracked it, but instead just didn't get a great jump on the baseball.
Mm-hmm. Is your best friend right now with the Morton's K-batter.
So Swift scores from second, and it's a 3-1 lead. Runners now on second and third. This is Zach Hall who steps in. I guess they changed it up tonight. Zach Hall is the K-batter, not necessarily the 9-hitter. So they mixed them up. Zach Hall is the K-batter here tonight at the ballpark. First pitch outside, the 1-0 on the way from Percival at the stretch. Hit hard on a line to the right fielder. Jake Helwig is there for out number 3. Matt, I'm going to ask you to drop the mic just because you were doing well, and then something happened.
We've got an analyst stretching in the bullpen right now.
Oh, good. Who's on deck? Can you tell me who's up next?
Oh, I wish. I wear glasses for a reason.
All right, Matt Bagley, 96.1 FM, AM 580, ESPN Radio in the Rogue Valley. Excited to have him on as always. We are midway through the 5th inning. It is a 3-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters. The Rogues chipping away here little by little on the right-hander, Kenneth Pettibone. Can they do it more? Can they do it more efficiently? We'll see. Bottom 5 coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging for Caleb Smith. Hit over on a ground ball to the shortstop as Jake Boyd fires to first for the out.
Now for the Rogue, second baseman, number 5.
Quick 1 pitch, 1 out as Jaden Hanna steps in. So Jaden Hanna will step in. Quick 1 pitch, 1 out for Caleb Smith. And the count is 1-0 to Jaden Hanna, low and in. Pettibone delivers. Hanna fouls it away. Count 1-1. Fans can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window here at the ballpark because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. Here's the 1-1. Hanna lifts it to left field. Going back maybe 3-4 steps is Gilbert Sauceda, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Second time tonight, Jaden Hanna has flown out to left. This brings up Davis DeLorfis, and the Potters actually do know just how dangerous Davis DeLorfis can be at the plate. Davis DeLorfis went 3 for 4 the first night on Friday night of last week, hitting a single, a double, and a triple. He got a hold of one here, hit it to deep left center, but Sauceda goes over and makes the catch. Quick 3 up and 3 down for the Lincoln Potters. We have made it through 5 as the Rogues trail 3-1. Top of the 6th coming up. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Rogues fans, if you are looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that'll give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford, right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com. And the Rogues go to the bullpen. Taylor Frost comes in, so Cole Percival is finished. 5 innings for Cole Percival. 3 earned runs, 4 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, and they just want to make sure Cole is out of there before the pitch count gets too high, and Taylor Frost comes in to take over. Frost is making his second appearance. He's thrown 2 innings on the year, 0.00 earned run average, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 hits. Taylor Frost has got the velocity. Look out. 3-1 lead for the Lincoln Potters here in the top of the 6th inning. Frost from the stretch will go at the right-handed hitter Joseph Torres. First pitch, fastball, called a strike. Torres 1 for 2 tonight. A single in which he came around to score a run and a fly out to right. Frost deals the 0-1. Hit high and foul. Straight back. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Lincoln with the 2-run lead, trying to keep cruising here in the standings. The Rogues have other plans. They walked off last night. Here's the 0-2 fastball. Likely from Frost. He brings the heat, and he did, but it's up and in. 1-2. Tomorrow night, a very special evening at the ballpark. It is Star Wars night with fireworks, post-game fireworks. You don't want to miss that. So if you're listening at home, you say, I got to hit the road tonight, get to Medford for tomorrow. That's a great idea. Next pitch fouled away. And you know what? We've also got a place you can stay. The Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-game party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Frost has the hitter at 1-2. Here's the curveball, strike 3. Taylor Frost fools Joseph Torres for out number 1. Ambrose Romero will step in. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Romero grounded out to the second baseman, Jaden Hanna. Little breeze here tonight at Harry and David Field. Other than that, no complaints. The pitch to Romero. In the dirt, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball below the kneecaps. 2 balls, no strikes. The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their support of Rogues Ball and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Rogue Credit Union is striking out hunger, so every strikeout, Rogue Credit Union is donating $10 to Access each time a Rogues pitcher gets the strikeout against an opposing team during a home game. Rogue Credit Union, living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Next up for the Lincoln Potters.
Romero lines one up the middle for a base hit with 1 out. This will bring up Zach Hoffman. Walked and flew out to center in his previous plate appearances. 1 out, Frost from the stretch. Goes to the left-handed hitting Hoffman. First pitch, a strike. Count is 0-1. Gutierrez over at first, holding on Romero. The pitch. Inside, looked close. Count 1-1. Medford Mustangs score update for you over American Legion Baseball. A 9-7 come-from-behind win over Fairfield tonight. Mustangs also play ball here at Harry and David Field. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Frost really doing a nice job coming out of the pen, and he looked comfortable in his first appearance on the road in Marysville against Yuba City. Walked actually the bases loaded, but came in and struck out the side after a quick mound visit. Here's the 1-2. Fastball very far outside. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Rogues trail 3-1. 5 hits tonight for the Lincoln Potters, just 2 for your Rogues. Here's the 2-2, runner off and moving as Hoffman fouls it away. Again, you can always follow us on our social media platforms, on Twitter at Medford Rogues, on Instagram at Medford Rogues, and at Medford Rogues Baseball on Facebook. If you want to check out the live stats from tonight's games, we do have them for you on our YouTube live stream page under the description tab. Click the shortened link below the Harry and David Field, Medford, Oregon text in the first line and enjoy with us. Follow along as Hoffman fouls it away. Count still 2-2, runner on first, 1 out. Taylor Frost on the mound. Comes to a set and deals. The 2-2 curveball hit foul, and the count remains 2-2. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero today. Frost glancing at first base. He's got Romero at first. The 2-2 pitch hit hard down the right side. It's going to be a foul ball. That was close. Couple feet inside the chalk line, down the right field line. Just before the fence jumps out from the grass berm towards the ball field. So there is plenty of room to make a catch in foul territory off of third and first base and, of course, behind home plate. But the further out you get, maybe 50 feet from each fence, in the corners at the 325 sign, that's where the fence starts coming in. Here's the 2-2. Away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Frost on the mound, coming in relief for Cole Percival through 5 innings. Really settled in and found his groove after a second inning that he would like to take back. The runner is moving. DeLorfus was moving with him. Instead, goes back and makes a great play to throw out the runner at first. Punched out, bang, bang play at first. And now there's 2 outs. And Jake Boyd will step in. Eric Bloom wants to have a word with base umpire Tyler Ferguson. Did you get a good look at that? Romero is at second base. And Bloom probably just asking for recommendations where to go out for dinner after the game because nothing's going to get changed. Eric Bloom's never been to Medford, Oregon before. So admitting to me before the game he loved the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. And thought there was just a beautiful ballpark and is looking forward to Star Wars night tomorrow night, seeing how Medford does it. See, I told him we've got jerseys, and he kind of gave me the ooh-ah sort of thing. We were in town for Lincoln's Star Wars night, which, honestly, the stormtroopers look great. The costumes were cool. No jerseys, baby. We got them. I'm actually wearing last year's jersey right now, as is broadcast producer and live stat coordinator tonight, Jonathan Kerman. So we went brother on the jerseys tonight. First pitch to Jake Boyd is out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, runner on second. Rogues trail 3-1. Taylor Frost coming in and throwing the heat. Frost gets a sign from Alex Isola and will step off. Now the 1-0 pitch. Curveball off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Count 2-0, 2 outs. Boyd, the leadoff batter, struck out in the 5th. Here's the 2-0 pitch, fouled away, 2-1. Mary's Barbecue, tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. Easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow them on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com. Sun trying to sneak back out here. Here's the 2-1. Fouled away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a special shout-out to the Frost contingent, who has been very attentive on the broadcast this year. We appreciate you joining us. Taylor Frost in there here in the top of the 6th inning, trying to work out of a runner in scoring position with the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Frost comes to a set, goes at the right-handed hitting Boyd, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Frost blows it by him with the heat. 2 strikeouts in the 6th inning as Taylor Frost comes in out of the pen and goes to work. Bottom of the 6th. Time for the Rogues to go to work at the plate. Rogues down 3-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them the most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. Like we like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find us at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Kenneth Pettibone back on the hill for the Lincoln Potters in the bottom of the 6th inning as the sun peeks back out on the field. First pitch to Clay Valenzuela-Reese is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. Valenzuela-Reese had a single in the 3rd and was stranded at second base. Had a sacrifice bunt, was thrown out in the 1st. Pettibone has been very effective on a pitch count. Throwing his 64th pitch here in the 6th inning. ERA to Pettibone after allowing a run tonight is at 1.80. Again, before tonight, Pettibone had allowed nothing in 2 starts. Valenzuela-Reese puts one over to the right side. Easy play for Will Law, the second baseman. Quick out here in the 6th inning. Dante Gutierrez had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. And that scored Davis DeLorfus, the only run to come home for the Rogues. Here on a beautiful Friday evening in Medford, Oregon. Nice to have you all with us live on MedfordRogues.com. Gutierrez stepping in the left-handed batting box. With one out, the right-hander delivers. Curveball in there for a strike. Count 0-1. Rogues are back at it tomorrow night and on Sunday, 6:35 first pitch, all the way through the series with the Lincoln Potters, and then they hit the road to take on the Marysville Gold Sox for the first time this year. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. It actually dies off the mound, flipped off the glove to the hand of the second baseman, and then the first baseman couldn't handle it on the throw. And I think Joseph Torres should have caught the baseball. It was a great throw by Will Law. Wasn't hit as hard as we initially thought. It's going to be an error on the first baseman, the official score from the other half of the press box. See, they put me behind this wall because I requested it, of course, but it's always nice to get the clarification. Scorekeeper BG Gold normally has a little bit more vocal cord behind his announcements, so I had to go seeking for that one. I had to really look for it. So Gutierrez reaches on an error as Alex Isola steps in. Isola tonight 0 for 2. Runner on first, one out. Isola hit a grand slam to walk off last night in the bottom of the ninth with a 2-0 count and 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Pettibone with a runner on first. He will check over at first as Gutierrez walks back in easily. Isola back in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 1-0. Low and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Pardon, looks like 2 balls and 1 strike from the home plate umpire. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3-1. One away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogues down 3-1. First game of 3 with the Lincoln Potters. The pitch. Hit to the second baseman, should be one at second. It is fired to first. A low bouncer will not get Alex Isola. As Isola reaches on the fielder's choice.
Center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry.
So Connor Lowry steps in. 0 for 2 tonight. Blackhawk Junior College product. Just finished his sophomore year. 6'1", 185 out of Refugio, Texas. And if I say that wrong, it's probably because I knew I was going to say it wrong. Give me a phonetic spelling on the live stream for those of you joining us who are from that area of Texas. 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch. Curveball in there for a strike. Count 0-1. Rogues needing a little action, a little energy, and maybe a poke to the gap here by Connor Lowry. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, no balls, 2 strikes. To say Pettibone has been brilliant tonight would be unfair, but he has been very good at managing this ball game and mixing the curveball that, as Matt Bagley called it, sexy earlier on the broadcast, with the fastball spotted at the right place. Count 0-2, runner on first. Lowry steps in the right-handed batter's box to go against the right-hander. The 0-2 outside, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Potters get out of the inning. Rogues strand 1. Nothing happening for Medford. Still trail 3-1 as we go to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
Gilbert Saucedo will lead off the 7th inning for the Lincoln Potters, who lead 3-1. Aaron Hutchinson on the mound now for the Medford Rogues. So Taylor Frost went 1. Hutch, the right-hander, redshirt freshman from Phoenix, Oregon. That was the first pitch off the plate, 1-0. Next one coming back, 2 balls, no strikes. Hutchinson is making his 7th appearance of the season, thrown 11.2 innings, all in relief. Has picked up a save. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Called strike now, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Hutchinson. Hit high to left field. Smith looks at it as he went towards the line, makes the catch for out number 1. Saucedo 0 for 4 tonight. Austin Swift singled in the 5th and scored after previously striking out in his first 2 plate appearances. One away here in the top of the 7th inning. The right-hander deals. Curveball in there for a strike. Right at the knees, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1, just outside, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 from Hutch, 1 out. Swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braden DeBenedictis on deck for the Lincoln Potters at 10-4 on the season. Trying to improve and keep moving forward with a great start in the Great West League. Here's the 2-2. Hutchinson gets a strikeout. Swift goes down swinging.
Next up for Lincoln, third baseman, number 26, Braden DeBenedictis.
The Rogues would like to thank Rogue Credit Union for their continued support of Medford Rogues baseball and the surrounding Southern Oregon community. Our friends at Rogue Credit Union are striking out hunger. Rogue Credit Union donates $10 to access each time a Rogue pitcher strikes out an opposing hitter at home. Rogue Credit Union, living local, it's a Rogue thing. 7 strikeouts for Rogues pitchers tonight. That's a total of $70 as the Rogue Credit Union will strike out hunger. Thanks to our Rogues pitchers, or at least contributing to it. Count 1-1 to DeBenedictis. The 1-1. Hit to the left side. Davis DeLorfis bobbled it and took a tough hop. So Will Law will come up with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Next up for Lincoln, number 25, second baseman, Will Law.
Law steps in. First pitch is a curveball from Aaron Hutchinson in there for a strike. Law had a single in the 5th and was stranded there, but a run did score for the Potters in that inning, and they have a 3-1 lead. Hit over to Gutierrez at first, but he catches it on a couple bounces in foul territory, so the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Count 0-2. Hutchinson, strike 3, gets him on the inside part of the plate. 2 strikeouts for Hutch in the 7th. As the Potters strand 1, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Rogues trail 3-1. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on an all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your experience today. Jake Helwig in here for the bottom of the 7th inning, swings at the first pitch from Pettibone and fouls it away. The count is 0-1. Pettibone struck out Lowry to end the 6th inning. 3 strikeouts from the right-hander for the Lincoln Potters. quickly has Hellwig at 0-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Connor Kanishi will step in.
Hitter number 29, Connor Konishi.
Kanishi's first night as a Medford Rogue in uniform and in the starting lineup. And a pinch hitter will be called up, so Kanishi will head to the bench as Josh Berman comes in. So Berman will replace Kanishi as the designated hitter for the Rogues. 1 out, bottom 7. Righty-righty matchup as Berman will step in, just a .213 hitter on the season. 10 hits, 9 runs, 9 RBI with 2 home runs. First pitch swinging for Berman. Nice play by the second baseman, ranging towards the shortstop. On the backhand, Will Law throws him out.
Next up for the Rogues, left fielder, number 41,
Caleb Smith will step in. 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a ground out. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike at the knees from Pettibone. Called strike, count 0-1. 2 outs, bottom 7, Rogues down 3-1. Smith rips one up the middle past the diving second baseman for a 2-out single.
Next up for the Rogues, second baseman, number 5, Jaden Hanna.
Rogues have been able to get a couple hits here, scattered across the 6 2/3 innings, but have not really been able to build it up and get much to multiply. Jaden Hanna steps in, 0 for 2 tonight. Had an RBI single last night. Smith over at first. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard to right field. It's going to drop in front of the right fielder in a 2-out single for Jaden Hanna as the Rogues have runners on first and second. This brings up Davis DeLorfis. And before I could even finish my thought on Davis DeLorfis, he flied out in the 5th to end the inning. He does have some power. We'll see if he can use it as the Lincoln Potters have a coach coming out to discuss. There is a man down in the bullpen for the Potters. I believe it's just a quick mound visit, not a substitution. Runners on first and second. Smith at second, Hanna at first. Fans can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window here at the ballpark because of a stray fly ball. We need to get those windows fixed or replaced. The only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. And of course, Sunday is a special day here at the ballpark. Not only is it Father's Day, but it's a Fred Meyer Family Fun Sunday. So 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 fountain drinks, and 4 souvenir baseballs are just $44, but you need to get them at your local Southern Oregon Fred Meyer. There are 3 in the Rogue Valley, and that's where you can get your ticket packages for Fred Meyer Family Fun Sundays. Out of the mound visit, first pitch swinging on the curveball is Davis DeLorfis. He fans at it, and the count is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The 0-1. DeLorfis chases, and the count is 0-2. Takes a couple extra steps out of the batter's box to regather some thoughts. Rogues down 3-1. Bottom of the 7th. Runners on first and second. The 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pettibone comes to his set. Deals the 1-2. Fended off by DeLorfis. That one was running up towards his own lettering on the jersey. He fouls it away, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeLorfis 0 for 2 tonight. With a walk. He did score the only run for the Rogues. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball hit hard up the middle, and it's a base hit. Josh Hogan is saying, giddy up, my friend. Let's go. A play at the plate. Sliding in safely is Caleb Smith. And the Rogues are 1 run away from tying this baby here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Next up for the Rogues, number 13, third baseman Clay Valenzuela-Reese.
Runners back on first and second for the Rogues. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Clay Valenzuela-Reese will step in. He's already extended his hit streak to now 12 games with a single in the 3rd inning. DeLorfis keeps it going for the Rogues. An RBI single makes it 3-2. The first pitch to Valenzuela-Reese lines it to right center field. That one's going to drop as well. Motoring around third is Jaden Hanna. He scores. We've got a tie ball game. DeLorfis at third. Valenzuela-Reese at first. Caleb Smith, Jaden Hanna scoring as the Rogues tie the ball game at 3. Dante Gutierrez, already an RBI single tonight, steps in. Signage coming from the Potters down to their bullpen, and I believe this means hurry up. Let's go. Gutierrez steps in. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. First pitch, inside and low, 1 ball, no strikes. Gutierrez up with a big spot here in the 7th. Rogues have gotten 2 already. It's tied at 3. Gutierrez puts it to the left side. The shortstop on the run. Boyd fires into the sun. A run scores. DeLorfis scores. The ball is thrown away. Gutierrez gets to second, and there's runners on second and third. The Rogues have the lead. First baseman Joseph Torres could not see. And it's the second time tonight Jake Boyd has thrown the ball errantly on a run. Rogues lead 4-3. Can you believe it? 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And more comeback kids back-to-back nights. Runners on second and third. Hit over to the shortstop by Isola, fired to first, and that ends the inning. Rogues fans enjoying their time here. Medford leads 4-3 after 7. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. As we head to the top of the 8th inning, the Rogues doing it all with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. They lead 4-3. Brian Schnee with you live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Thanks for joining us live right here all season long on MedfordRogues.com. Rogues go to the bullpen. A familiar name, especially for those in Texas. Will Floyd comes on to throw the 8th inning. Hard-throwing right-hander from Fort Worth. Product of Blinn Junior College, out there to fire the 8th inning. And he will have the middle towards the bottom of the Potters lineup. Zach Hall, the 6-hitter, will step in. He had a single to lead off the 4th, a walk, which he came around to score after in the 2nd. That was the big inning. So now Cole Percival off the hook for any loss, as the Rogues have made it a ball game. It's a 4-3 lead for Medford. Will Floyd is being forced to take off his right armband that he wears on his right throwing arm. And Clay Valenzuela-Reese will walk it over to the member of the Rogues who comes on out to grab it. So Floyd on the season has been pretty effective, has had to work out of a couple jams. First pitch fouled away by Hall, the count 0-1. Floyd, making his 7th appearance, has a 1.50 earned run average. Does have a loss, but also a save. 7 strikeouts, 6 walks, just 1 earned run and 1 hit. Count 0-1. Floyd, leg kicks, fires, hit hard to the right side, and foul. Count no balls, 2 strikes. Very early on the pitch was Zach Hall. Turned on it pretty quickly, just too early. Rough go about for Braden Shipley tonight, Medford's own. Taking on the Salt Lake Bees. I'm not even going to read the stat line for you. It wasn't pretty. But he is our big league guy, and we love it. Next pitch off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Percival went 5, allowing 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 hits. Frost came in, did the work. Hutch came in, did the work. A combined 4 strikeouts between those two. Now Floyd has the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Zach Hall. 8:31 local time here in Medford, Oregon. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The K, living by the K, have been the Medford Rogues pitching staff here tonight.
First baseman number 21, Joseph Torres.
9th strikeout for Rogues pitchers tonight. 7 via the swinging strikeout. Joseph Torres comes in. Believe make that 10. Looks like I missed one. Make that 10 strikeouts tonight for Rogues pitching staff. First pitch in there for a strike to Torres. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 from Floyd. Curveball inside, 1-1. Rogues lead 4-3. Gotta love hearing this. Deck Smith is listening on a United flight that just passed over Medford. We appreciate you joining us from the sky. Count 1-1, called strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 coming from Floyd. The pitch, curveball, lifted into left center field for a base hit. I am not a pitching coach. I'm not someone to call the signs, but Floyd has blown the fastball by. I would have stuck with it. Torres timed the curveball. 1 out with a runner on first. One of 4 starters tonight for the Lincoln Potters, hailing from Colorado State Pueblo, is Ambrose Romero, the leading hitter in average for the Lincoln Potters, batting in the 8th spot. The left-handed hitting catcher for the Potters. Runner on first. Rogues lead 4-3. You're at the bottom of the 7th. The pitch from Floyd. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Again, we are back with you tomorrow night, 6:35 first pitch, 6:25 pregame show. It's Star Wars night here at the ballpark. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Floyd. Called strike on the outer half. 1-1. Next pitch gets away from Isola. Tying runner is on second base for the Lincoln Potters. A wild pitch allows Joseph Torres to advance into scoring position with 1 out. Nice crowd on hand here for a Friday night in Medford. Sun still touching part of the bleachers. Here's the 2-1, fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count remains even, 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Will Floyd on the mound for the Medford Rogues. 4th pitcher tonight. Here's the 2-2. Curveball fouled away. And the count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch coming from Floyd. Leg kick and fires. Fastball staying in front of Isola because he kept it there. 3-2. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Floyd. The leg kick, fouled away. Zach Hoffman on deck, the 9-hitter for the Lincoln Potters. By the way, if you're listening in from Lincoln, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. Trying to keep this one as open as possible for you. So if you are listening and a Potter fan, please feel free to let us know. Love having you along for the ride. Here's the 3-2. Inside, ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here in the top of the 8th. A force at any bag now except for home plate. This will bring up Zach Hoffman. 0 for 2 tonight with an RBI and a walk. Christian Coronado will come out and talk to his right-hander for a quick visit. Do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop in at one of the stores located on Ross Hanley Drive in Medford or East Street in Grants Pass, or visit them at nofrillsflooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. Floyd on the mound, 1 out. Rogues lead 4-3. Runners on first and second. Here in the top of the 8th inning, Zach Hoffman, the 9-hitter up at the plate for the Lincoln Potters. A .296 hitter on the season. First pitch swinging by Hoffman, out of play. 7 RBI, make it 8 after tonight for Hoffman, who got walked and was the benefactor of an RBI. Count 0-1 with 1 out. Floyd comes to his set. The pitch. Outside, 1-1. Couple score updates for you from around the Great West League. In the bottom of the fifth, the Marysville Gold Sox lead the Yuba City Bears at Calusa Casino Stadium. In the bottom of the sixth inning at Nettleton Stadium Field, the Portland Pickles lead the Chico Heat 3-2. Count 1-1 for Floyd. 1 out, and he steps off. Alex Isola will come out to talk to the right-hander. Kind of surprised that Aaron Hutchinson only went 1 inning. They've used him for longer relief appearances before. Perhaps the preservation of relief arms with some younger guys coming in and starting weekend games for the Medford Rogues. Runners on first and second for the Lincoln Potters with 1 out. The count is 1-1. The pitch, a high chopper to the second baseman. Jaden Hanna flips to 1, flips for the second, and an out at second base, nothing at first. So a runner now at third and a runner at first with 2 outs. It was a high chop ball to Jaden Hanna. He flipped to Davis DeLorfis, but they didn't even throw to first because a speedy Zach Hoffman was there easily to beat out the play. Torres now at third. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Lincoln Potters. They trail 4-3. Game-tying runner is at third base for the leadoff batter, Jake Boyd, with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Floyd deals. In the dirt, 1-0. Isola pops up to keep it alive. Presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This is Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com. Floyd comes to a set. The count is 1-0. The leg kick and delivery. Fastball hit to right field. Tracking is Jake Helwig, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The Rogues get out of the jam. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Medford leads 4-3. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. Connor Lowry leads off for the Medford Rogues in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com. First pitch up and into Lowry. Count 1-0. Count 1 ball, no strikes. Seems like some sort of warning given to the Potters dugout. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Quick mound visit for the Lincoln Potters. Kenneth Pettibone back out there for the 8th inning. Has kept Medford Rogues hitters off balanced, earning 3 of the 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 5 hits. And this is the first time Pettibone's been hit all year. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Lowry. Off the plate, 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike, and the count is 3-1. Rogues lead 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Lifted to the right side and over the grass berm into the playground down the right field line, and the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Connor Lowry. Pleasure to have you with us here live on MedfordRogues.com. The 3-2 pitch. Hit hard by Lowry to center field, but right at the center fielder, Zach Hoffman, for an out.
Next up for the Rogues, right fielder, number 27, Jake Hellwig.
One away. Hellwig swings at the first pitch, hits it sky high to shallow center field. Coming in is Hoffman to make the catch. Quick second out for the Rogues here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3 lead for Medford. And Josh Berman steps in. Two outs, Berman steps in. First pitch is a curveball off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Berman laces one to the left side over a diving third baseman. And Berman's going to lose the helmet and try for 2, and he stands up with a 2-out double here in the 8th inning.
Next up for the Rogues, left fielder, number 41,
Caleb Smith will step in. Had a single to lead off the rally with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it seems like the Potters are just trying to say, hey, what's going on here? At what point can we get Pettibone out of this ball game, or at what point is the bullpen ready? Couple signals from Eric Bloom down the right field line. The 1-0 pitch. Smith stares at it. The count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from Smith, to Smith, hit on the left side. Shortstop gets a friendly bounce, fires to first for the out. So the Rogues need to hang on. We go to the top of the 9th. Rogues on top, 4-3. Trying to keep things rolling here after a sweep against the Portland Pickles. It's top 9 in some great baseball here at Harry and David Field between the Medford Rogues and the Lincoln Potters. Coming up next, you're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball, presented by Mike Newman and the Newman Group, live on MedfordRogues.com.
Rogues on social media for giveaways, special behind-the-scenes features, and more. Like us on Facebook at Medford Rogues Baseball and follow along on Twitter and Instagram at Medford Rogues.
2-3-4 for the Lincoln Potters here in the top of the ninth. The last opportunity for Lincoln to get something back. The Medford Rogues bring in right-hander Brady Smith. First pitch from Brady outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 6'2", junior right-handed pitcher from Riverside, California, product of Cal State San Marcos. From the stretch, the 1-0. Curveball outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Brady, one of 4 Medford Rogues players to roll into town yesterday. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Called strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, outside, 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch, ball 4. Not a good recipe to start here in the top of the ninth inning for the Medford Rogues. You just want strikes at this point and let your fielders do the work. Little pep talk from Davis DeLorfis over at shortstop, rather. No outs, runner on first for the 3-hitter in the Potters lineup, Austin Swift. 3 strikeouts tonight. Braden DeBenedictis on deck. Looks like a pinch runner for the Lincoln Potters, and that'll be
pinch runner for the Potters,
number 5, Jacob Allen. Cal State University San Bernardino product. Hometown Oro Valley, Arizona. 6'170", over at first base. Smith deals. Inside, 1-0. Rogues on top, 4-3. Top 9, Smith sets the 1-0 pitch inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. Runner on first. Smith comes to his set. Delivers. Fastball in there for a strike at the belt. Count 2-1. Count 2-1. Smith checks over at first, nearly threw it away. Count remains 2 balls and a strike. Just slowing in, 3 balls and a strike now. No one warming in the Rogues bullpen. Looks like the confidence is here with the right-hander. No outs, 3-1 count, runner on first. The pitch from Smith. Inside ball 4, Isola throws down, and now he throws it into center field, so the runners are on the corners.
Next up for Lincoln, third baseman, 26.
That was going to be ball 4 regardless, and Isola threw it into center field. Runners on the corners. Christian Coronado will come out. No lead, apparently safe. The Rogues had plenty of good arms out there that only went 1 inning, which is a complete shock, given that Aaron Hutchinson has gone multiple innings this year and was extremely effective in 1. Runners on the corners. No outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Quick conversation with Christian Coronado to his right-handed pitcher, Brady Smith. And looks like they will stick with Brady Smith. So all the runners on the bases coming courtesy of no batted ball, but just 2 walks and now a ball thrown into center field. We'll see if the Rogues can get out of it. Runners on the corners. No outs. A lead for the Rogues, 4-3 in the top of the 9th inning. Potter's threatening. Smith goes to the plate. Fastball hit hard down the left side and foul. Off the bat of Braden DeBenedictis, looking for his first hit tonight. Here's the 0-1, fouled straight back. In the count is no balls and 2 strikes. The Rogues lead 4-3. Runners on the corners. No outs, top 9. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Brady Smith comes back with 3 straight strikes and a strikeout here to collect the first out in the top of the 9th. Will Law, the second baseman, steps in. 2 strikeouts tonight for Law, a ground out and a single. Zach Hall on deck. Fastball up and away. Runner advances to second. Now runners on second and third for the Lincoln Potters with 1 away. The count 1-0 to Will Law. Infield in for the Medford Rogues. 4-3 lead. The pitch fouled away, 1-1. Situation tense here at Harry and David Field. Brady Smith let the runner get on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2 balls and a strike. And the fans not appreciating that one. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Infield in. 3-1 count to Will Law. And the pitch. Hit hard to Gutierrez at first. He walks over to first base to get the out. Now 2 outs. A broken bat for Will Law. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Tense situation. A 4-3 lead for the Medford Rogues. 2 outs. The pitch coming from Smith. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Smith deals. Hit over to the right side. Gutierrez tosses to Smith. He gets on there and gets out of the ball game. Wow, Brady Smith almost didn't make it over. Great job by Gutierrez and Smith. And the Medford Rogues score 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning to come back and win tonight 4-3 over the Lincoln Potters. Somehow Brady Smith gets out of it and the Rogues hang on to win. Remarkable. The Rogues had runners on the corners available to score for the Potters, and Brady Smith worked out of it. The defense played well, and the Rogues hang on to win Game 1 of 3 against the Lincoln Potters. The Rogues are now 11-5, tied, I believe, with Chico. I'm going to check that score for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll see if we have an update from Chico and Portland. The Chico Heat currently losing 3-2 to Portland. So if the Rogues are able to get a little help from the Portland Pickles, then the Medford Rogues will be in first place after tonight. Rogues win tonight 4-3 in comeback fashion. For the third night in a row, the Rogues come on back and win the ball game. Again, your final score here from Harry and David Field. Medford 4, Lincoln 3. We're back with you tomorrow night, 6:35, first pitch from Harry and David Field. For my producer, Jonathan Kerman, my name is Brian Schnee, saying so long from Medford, Oregon. We're back with you tomorrow night for another meeting of Medford Rogues baseball taking on the Lincoln Potters. Have a great evening.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Rogue Nation, thanks for